Okay.
I
Bullshit!
just thought it was particularly rude that I immediately come in and then just hear, "Oh, it getting whiter," and I'm like, "Okay, I know, but like."
No, I'm talking about my dental health journey.
Yeah,
So
we're
I'm
talking
doing
about
the.
teeths and
So in the morning, I
brushing
use
teeths.
the Sensodyne Extra Whitening, and then in the evening, I use this like prescription toothpaste that's like a hardcore fluoride.
Oh, that's what my mom gives me when I go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean Pro 5000. It's vanilla mint, bitch.
Sounds good.
I got a water pick, and I also got this like other shit that's like natural, and it's got like baking soda and hydrogen peroxide and salt and stuff, so it like scrubs your fucking teeth hard. So yeah, so I'm stoked about that.
Turn on when people join channels because like you guys silently ninja joined, and I'm like,
yeah,
damn it.
What do you want from me?
I don't know anymore.
I would like to mark a big piece of growth for myself.
Oh yeah.
This is the first year ever
Uh-huh.
that I am not even be watching a Super Bowl. I truly do not give a shit about any of it.
Nice. Welcome to the club.
Right?
I always used to watch even with like, teams I don't really care about just for the like, oh, it's like culture. And I'm just like, I don't care.
Welcome to the pre-session podcast stuff. Fucking football. Wait, you talking about soccer football or hand egg football?
I will never care about soccer football unless it's the U.S. World Cup. And that's the only time I ever feel like a patriotic American.
People get so fucking into soccer, especially in Europe. Oh my god.
Yeah, because they're fucking Europeans, so they're dumb and wrong about everything.
You heard it here.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
I can't wait for Riley to join the next season.
Get him in here right now. I'll say it to his face. I don't care.
Give him an invite.
Travis, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna tease him about the Black Plague?
Oh god. You know,
Yeah, hey, why don't you fucking kill some rats, dude?
He likes good banter, so it'll be good. You can go at his throat and he'll go back.
I think that I don't know if we can, as Americans, really make fun of the plague anymore because we actually have science and we did the same thing. So like,
yeah.
Well, we didn't lose half our population, so.
I don't think that's really the bar that we're looking to clear.
Yeah.
That's quite true. Anyways, hi everybody.
Hello.
Hi, bonjour.
I am fucking tired, but we will see exactly how well I can negotiate around this wonky bullshit supposed partial shopping episode, but I have other shit involved with it because people came with me for things, so
yeah.
So start looking at
Hang on, is it truly the first of Great Bloom?
Is there like a festival or something like that of fake creatures for the bloom?
Ooh.
One would assume it would be on the 16th because full moon. But it is a new moon on the first of Great Bloom 3 CE. I'm just saying.
Yes.
So
Quick
it truly
wig.
is the first of Great Bloom?
Yes.
What an auspicious day. Sorry, I just opened up and the calendar automatically opens. And 999% of the time I like close it out, but I was like, ooh, it's the first of Great Bloom, guys.
My gosh.
There's a setting where you can stop the calendar from popping up.
Yeah, I know, and I had that, and then like during one of the fucking resets of everything, it like brought it back, and I'm like, I refuse to find it again.
Okay.
So,
Mine always pops up small. It's a small boy.
It's just part of the starting up ritual.
yeah,
Yep.
you just look at it and go, fuck off, and
All right.
you're in the mood.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well, hopefully everybody has had fun today. I had a lovely 3-hour excursion looking at houses.
I did
Yay!
never.
Oh
Oh,
my
look at this
God.
guy.
Yee.
Way to like not fall into the trappings of a millennial stereotype. Oh my god, homeowner
3 of the
who?
houses were awful.
Yeah,
I
okay,
wonder
so you are
who?
falling into the trappings of millennial
Yeah.
stereotype.
And then the last one is really nice. I wouldn't be able to afford it on my own, but the
Mm.
Let's
the rub
all
is,
have a Pathfinder house.
Oh. like a
Gamer
what is it?
house.
It's a good 3-bedroom, technically 4-bedroom if you convert the bottom room into that.
Ooh.
Decent kitchen. It would have a den and a living space and a dining room and a deck.
Oh shit!
So
That's
I
how
guess
real
my
people
question is, if you're a top, are you not allowed in that bottom room? Or
I'd have to
That's
check
a good
with
one.
my people on that one. I'll send out a memo. I'll let you know, Travis.
we'll circle back to it.
Yeah, I'll
Only
just
if
open
you're-
up the group chat.
You can only go in the bottom room if you're holding a crop.
That's true. Or if you're
What does this
sipping
have to
on
do
an
with
ice
farming?
coffee.
I don't know, something about like a long, thin stick of wood, a switch, I don't know.
No.
No,
We
the
specifically said
switches
bottom,
can be
not
in
switch.
the bottom.
Wait a second.
Anyways, yeah.
Mazel
let-
tov to all of you. Welcome to you guys are using
Welcome
your
to-
visitors passes for the gay club very well.
I have been given multiple coupons and currencies from that side
Oh,
of the
you got
fence.
a punch card. Hell yeah.
Oh, I
dude.
used to have a punch card too when I was fucking underage going to gay clubs. It was great.
It was
Yeah.
more of a case of like, wow, thanks for the compliment. I can't use this, but it's neat. But I think
I'm honestly I'm trying to like upgrade Travis's like trial membership. It's not working and I'm very sad about it.
Really sorry.
Like, I literally am so upset knowing that you are not like in the club, you know? Like it's really upsetting to me. Like you're great and perfect, but like
Not in the physical club, but like the club.
no, he's like he's got the visitors pass, he's got the punch
Oh,
card. I'm
okay,
like,
okay.
you just need to like up that from like trial version to like pro, you know?
I choose to believe that I live in like the house above, and I don't ever make noise complaints.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
just
God.
like vibe out. Like you
I
come
am
down and they
cool
get you
with
like
this.
free drinks.
Totally unrelated, but I spent too much money on like a single thing of nail polish that gets here tomorrow, and I'm so excited for
This is
it.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. I swear to God, like I'm guaranteeing you, you fill out another couple punch cards, you're in there for free.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
You
Yep.
won't have
Agreed.
a choice anymore.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my God.
Sorry, it's become one of my goals to just like queer up Travis just a little
I
bit. Not
it's
fully,
it's so good. It's so
just
good.
enough.
okay, well we'll see if Travis yells at me for my choice of soundtrack just for this interlude episode.
Ooh.
It's Final Fantasy VIII. I'm not paying attention to anything that's happening because I'll be too busy jamming.
Well, I guess we'll have to see. So we're going to start in sort of this start of the very, very start of
Yeah.
Great Blue.
Yes. Y'all have fun this episode because I'm barely here.
Yes! We're in school. Blam blam. Blam.
Blam.
Blam.
Blam.
Blam.
Rocky,
Blam.
I'd like to go and take some tests to upgrade my seed rank.
Yep. Let's go.
I will actually be needing everybody to roll me a d20 to see whose scene is going first in this shenaniganry.
God damn it.
Blam. Okay, Tapman.
Okay. Fucking showing
Okay.
off on just the who goes first roll.
That's fine with
Getting,
me.
Alright.
getting that 20 in your roleplay initiative, I'm pretty sure Tapman's about to get laid.
Alright. Because it is a critical success, Tapman, you can say if it's you can say which order it is from
No!
either from the
He's
top
going
or the bottom.
first.
No! No, it's Tapman
He's the
time.
top.
He's the top of this group. Everyone else is a bottom.
Yes.
Including Brooks.
Be the
weirdly.
top you were meant to be. Go first.
We're gonna lose Brock anyway. Go ahead. You're up, bud.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
man.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so as fun as it is, Travis, would you like yours early so you can just jam out to the rest of everything else?
Dude, I'm just here. I just take directions.
You're just taking directions. Okay. We're going in reverse order here. Okay.
Skittle diddle door dee doo. Ooh. Oh my god, the nostalgia.
Alright. This is like the last little bit of spring. This is where every flower is definitely out. Every bit of plant life is in its swing. And we are getting ready for summer very soon. What is Vrucht doing as the day does begin to start?
I think Bruck does what he always does every morning, which is just kind of like...
Sorry, continue.
I don't understand.
I was trying to do that in Elven, but it wouldn't let me. Anyway, sorry.
I think that Bruck always like starts his day off by just like doing a walk around the perimeter, like making sure everything is good in terms of like defenses of the town, as his like really only real amount of duty he will do as general. And then after that, he usually is the like walk around, like see, making sure that like everything is functional. Everyone doing labor has the things they need. There's nothing issue-wise there. Not in terms of like interpersonal conflict, but in terms of like efficiency.
Mostly just sort of like the patrol ensuring everything is going smooth. Okay. Any particular location you would stop along the way as you would make that patrol?
I think probably despite multiple people trying to like stop him, say hi or anything, but just avoids largely most of the people that would do that. I think that I think he would be probably most inclined to spend the amount of time near where like main sort like hubs of like laborers, like the shipyard or like the like logging shit that's like a little bit north.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. If you go to sort of more of the shipyard area, more than likely you'll find Nyota around that area. Around the more sort of northern logging area, you would see some of the other locations that are a bit more pertinent to needing paper products. The library is actually a relatively short distance from the logging area as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be like one of the places that he would stop in. Not because it's like he's a reader, but because he knows it matters to other people.
Yes.
Books. Read which read book.
Okay.
Specifically, if you could interrupt any really cute moments between people to ask if they can read.
Yep.
Rude.
Yep.
Oh, are we on a train? I remember this bit.
Well, we're having a look through the library as it seems to be its own little bit of an interesting area. Not only are, there's just the lower space where there are places to read, but there seems to be movement all around in its way, where books are able to sort of move from one shelf to the other, or various trays or other carts moving from one place to another. But it seems to be that the main librarian, sort of a taller Kunrasu, seems to be overlooking and pointing here and there, and that would lead another little train of carts off to their own little sequential thing.
I get why you chose this song now. It's a train scene, and you're talking about little trains. Okay.
Do I have to enter in any codes or anything?
No. not really. Unless you have a library card. But sort of
Pandora secretly signed up for him.
this particular librarians, they're more of like their central orb is surrounded by sort of a larger collection of interconnecting branches in sort of something of spherical fashion, sort of longer legs kind of narrowing down from that central sphere, and then sort of arms that are a bit higher up on the orb coming down a little bit. But over all of that is sort of like this oversized blanket shawl that is draped over them to give them the so like that curious appearance. So it's like they have that library appearance, but you know, it seems like they are in place despite their speciation being out of place.
Wait, like what? Like just speciation being out of place? I don't understand.
You know how Kunrasu are a little unsettling to you.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
And this is the head librarian?
This would be the head librarian, yes.
Just regard him while I'm looking around. Just like orb head.
Rude.
Yep. And there does seem to be, you know, general enough sort of going through, and there are a couple other library attendants as well. Probably closer to some of the other larger areas, you do see that there is sort of a little glow among sort of the fingers of a few as they are sort of scribing through tomes, grimoires, etching into stone, and even writing through scrolls. Each one of them seeming to have a slightly different hue as they do write and etch.
Their fingers are lit up?
Yeah, it seems to be like fingers, but when you have like a closer inspection, it looks to be that they are holding some sort of a brush, and the light is essentially flowing from themselves into that brush in order
that's
to
cool.
flowing from themselves to the instrument they are using to create these grimoires, runes, wands, and scrolls and stuff.
I think Fruct would be like a little unsettled, but also very curious about, like, wondering, like, is this their blood that they're putting onto paper? Like, are they draining like their life force to
I love
make
how Brooke
fucking
has
books?
no idea about how magic works. Is it blood? Blood?
Like, that's what his first thought would be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would ask, like, just very blunt, but like, is that your blood? Like, what?
Just full Resident Evil. What's that? Blood?
Yeah, like, and straight up pointing at it.
That reminds me of that old meme. Blood. Blood.
No. Sort of after sort of a few more sort of strokes to finish through the project they are going through, the glow does recede, and they put down sort of the instrument and they turn to you. It is of our essence, but not of our vital essence. It is a magic we well up to act like an ink or an edge to that which we create.
Wait. So that's also how they're etching into this, like, tablets?
Like, so they will have, like, you know, the usual etching tablet, but then the instrument will be sort of outlined with a particular hue.
Oh, okay.
So it seems that they are channeling magical essence into the tool in order to impart whatever effect they are intending to put up with.
For the etching, but the ink shit is straight up just their goddamn blood.
Oh, no, the actual ink, and then they actually sort of come through as like a more of a reactive reagent. It changes depending upon what magic becomes infused with.
Okay. Rockton's a little bit less worried because he thought these things were killing themselves to make books.
No.
But I think he would ask, like, what work is it you're doing?
We are creating a list of what effects may occur between various types of magic. You could almost call them a list of spells and implements for those who may be able to use them most effectively for those who do happen to have magical potential.
Oh, hi.
And would go through sort of, telling you the 4 different kinds of magic, the general effects each of those may have, talking about the differences between scrolls, wands, and staves, and sort of slight differences between casters who prepare their spells versus those who are more spontaneous. You get the Dummy's Guide to Spellcasters from this Kunrasu.
All Bruck does is like, well, I think that staves are the best because you can still beat someone with a stick, but you can't really do that with a little wand that's a branch.
And there is sort of a point and a nod. It's like a stave still. A stave is able to hold some runes on it in order to be just as effective as a non-enchanted stave of its type. The bonus is that it comes with some spells that may be of use depending upon the combat situation, such as enhancing the strikes or even creating areas of effect that would be useful in certain combat situations.
I found in most instances you can just split something's skulls open one at a time. It's worked fine for me so far.
And there is always merit to that. But we are creating this vast catalog so that others who may find themselves new to magic to have resources to be able to nurture that gift. As not everyone comes to learn magic from family or from learning. So there are cases where it may spontaneously come to be the origin point to whatever line that may be.
What do you mean?
There are rare instances where an individual's magic potential, when previously recorded in earlier life, is none, but after an exposure to some event or through particular forms of meditation, understanding, exposure to latent forces, or a particular force that they have never been exposed to before, there is a spontaneous, I guess you could say, flow of magic that is allowed to be able to cycle and store within the individual. A way to contain the light of magic that was not previously there when mirrors align, per se.
So wait. If you spend too much time near magic, you can catch magic? Like, Bruck is upset about this.
Oh no, there goes hanging out with Brock.
Simply being near magic is not quite enough. It is a very rare chance, and it is based upon the individual. It is not like an underlying medical condition.
Sounds like a medical condition to me.
For example, if we were to move beyond magic, maybe perhaps someone has never tried spicy food before. But then all at once, they happen to find a taste of something spicy, and that opens an entirely new world and palette for them where they enjoy spice with everything that they happen to eat. They find that it brings them happiness and joy to have that particular sensation in their life.
But let's just say I was around a dragon a lot. I wouldn't start becoming like a dragon.
Have you been ingesting any portion of said dragon with frequency?
No. Tried
There's
to
a
kill me
poss-
once.
Dragons try to kill a lot of people once. Generally, killing once usually happens only once. But no, simply exposure to a highly magical being does not necessarily.
Out of character, real quick, are we keeping these like sin runes and everything to ourselves, gang? Like other than like the council?
I'm sure the Conrasu know because they've got a ambassador. I mean, I don't know. What are we, Rocky? Who knows? Who doesn't?
This is more like sort of upper echelon kind of knowledge.
Would our head librarian person be considered upper echelon people?
No.
It depends upon what sort of access the librarian might have or know of. If they would know a lot, then they would probably be privy to a lot of particular knowledge and secrets.
So would they? With this guy?
Yeah, like I guess do I know enough if this guy would know about any of that?
The emissary does confer with the head librarian on occasions.
Okay. So Ruck is gonna do his best to not say specifically, but he would ask like, okay, what about being near certain kinds of powerful runes and places where people use them? And like kind of like he's very obviously talking about something very specific, and he's trying badly to I wouldn't roll deception because he's just not good at it.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
To see if this thing really knows about what he's talking about.
And then there's like, since this is just more one of the scribe attendants, there's a bit of a thought.
Oh, this isn't the head guy?
No, this is one of the scribes at the back.
Oh, then I wouldn't ask him about that.
You would probably go over to ask about...
I would then go to the head guy and be like, hey, this guy just told me this shit. Is that true?
And you would be getting the correction from that. So... And upon sort of pondering for that...
Before he walks away from the little guy, though, he does say, don't kill yourself to write books.
The head librarian will pause and think. Only when exposed to the power of the runes for extended periods of time, years upon years, and partaking willingly of the magic that they exude, could there be possible occurrences.
Okay. So I'm not going to start to get magical just because I'm healing bad magic.
Magic, for the most part, is a willing and living act, a muscle that must be flexed and used, albeit it does not use the one's the body, but one's the spirit.
That is the thing that now has made the most sense about magic ever, Direct. is comparing it to a muscle.
Yes, it's like, but how the individual is able to exercise their spirit or their wit is how they are able to, I guess you could say, strengthen that. Those who are more keen of mind and require study, their magical muscle is done through routine. Various exercises done over and over again. Those who focus more upon pulling from another source in order to gain the inspiration thereof, those who are more about the feel and inspiration from above or from nature itself, it is a case of understanding what is in the area and having a sort of, I guess you could say, a run through everything to continue that particular overall bond. As for those who are more spirited and off the cuff, their muscle is very focused within one particular area where they are always trying to push for a certain criteria in order to gain strength in that particular momentum, where it is usually one exercise and then maybe a little of the rest. There is a goal, a focus, as opposed to something more overall or more routine.
Which one's the most dangerous?
Every form of magic is dangerous in its own right.
Oh yeah, you know that.
But those who have the particular focus, they find that when they specialize, there are particular limitations with how much they are able to cast, and the scope of what they are able to do becomes limited. But what they are able to do within that scope is powerful. So it is not as much danger, but it is as much the amount of power and versatility one can exercise.
Is there a way? Because, like, if there's a guy that punches really hard, he can't punch anymore if I cut off his arm. Can I cut off a magic arm?
There
Or
are
magic
ways.
muscles?
There are ways to disrupt magic, but to do so requires either various materials that are conducive to resonating with magic and canceling said magic, or using magic in itself to counter magic. Magic, it is in a ways where one is able to use magic as a means of leverage against a stronger force. Something akin to a more martial art, using your opponent's force and weight to be able to exercise it and redirect it.
Okay, what about the materials? What kind of materials? Like some branches or some powder or what?
Relatively rare metals.
Like this? And he would pull out the morphing weapon.
That feels more like, instead of having a look and a discerning eye for it, that's more of a planar metal. I am speaking more of, sort of pointing up a little bit, star metal.
Metal from the star? The stars are just a big ball of fire.
Metal from where the stars lie. When there are occasions where stars may fall, it leaves fragments of the metal that it carried.
Do we have any of that?
You would need to speak with a smith about that in particular. But such things are relatively very, very rare. The metals that we know, at least the ones that are most reliably known to be star metal, are things such as adamantine. But that is mostly known for its durability as opposed to its anti-magical properties.
Okay. Do you know what kind of metal I would need to cut off someone's magic that would also actually work as a good weapon?
And they pause, and they sort of make a motion to a couple shelves and sort of slide their hand over the desk, and then they wait. I will have to check some particular items, but I would need to research exactly what may be that particular idea.
Okay. And then the other thing you said, the stronger magic or whatever, is that just like some words I can learn?
You would have to see if you have a magical muscle to be able to leverage.
Yeah, I think we know the answer to that.
Have you ever tried?
No. No.
Well, if it ever comes to a point where you feel like that might be something you wish, there are many different avenues to take, and the library is always here for you to understand methods to take.
Don't hold your breath or head. And then Ruck stops, and then immediately, like, you can see him thinking for a second. Do you guys breathe?
Oh my god.
They've got orb heads. How do I know if they breathe? I haven't seen any lungs in this thing.
Oh my god.
And I haven't killed them yet, so I don't know what they got inside.
I don't know what they have inside. Oh my god.
And it actually holds out its hand, and sort of you see it tracing fingers along the wood. We do not breathe like with lungs, but this exoskeleton which carries our light breathes for us. Every part of us is alive and breathing.
Ruck does not understand what he's talking about, but just nods.
And it sort of pauses. Our exoskeletons are like the bodies of the Leshy, except that their spirit is contained within the vessel, and it sort of motions to the sort of little star-spotted orb, but our essence is manifest outward.
Ruck still does not understand anything he's talking about, but nods.
We will do our research about possible magical materials that may counter magic, but such materials are generally relatively rare and require a level of craftsmanship to prove effective.
So you're saying our smith isn't good enough to do the job?
Difficult materials require careful hands, even if we would need to have said materials first. Such items may be rare beyond reason.
I think that magic in general is beyond reason. Ruck then looks at this Conros and goes, I like you. You don't talk about gods all the time. I can actually understand you.
And sort of they motion. We are a place of learning and wide ideals. While deities have their place, not everyone is able to understand the metaphor.
Yeah, I definitely don't understand like any of your guys' metaphors, but I appreciate you telling me these things.
Yeah, and there's a pause and just... And sort of it leans forward a little bit. Would you like a hint on how our metaphors work?
Yes.
Our gods are named after colors of sun. Those colors of sun due to their age or behavior. When a behavior is coded as a particular color, it is in the comparison to that star's age or the behavior of its light.
But our sun's always been the same color.
And that's a nod, but we have witnessed others.
Yo, these motherfuckers are aliens?
Mm-hmm. We been knew this, right? Maybe? I think we found this out when we met them.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that they were pulled from another place.
Oh, I just thought that was like... At least Ruck would have thought that that's just a different part of the planet.
Nope. And now we have the realization many levels later. Oh.
So, why don't you guys try to go back home?
Don't have the technology.
Because this is home. This is where our light is, and where it has been for some time. This is where we are and what we have made it to be. And what we wish to protect. Why would we go back to where we would not be known?
We clearly have a different view of this place. I'd go back to where I was in a heartbeat if I could.
That is where your light lies. But this is where ours is. Though it is not to say that one's light cannot be found in many places. Family, hearth, home. It is where you make it. It is where you find your comfort. And ours is here.
Why here? What's special about this place?
Because here, and sort of they reach out and they sort of curl the fingers of their hand. Because we are able to exist like this. because we have form here. We are
Wait.
alive here.
So, you didn't look like that where you come from?
And there's just a slow shake. No. This, and they sort of motion to the orb, was very different where we were from.
Did you have eyes I could look at?
And there's a pause. There were portions of us which one could perceive, but it required those who had a similar form to perceive it. It was different. But we are here in this particular way, in these particular vessels we have made from our own. And we live.
I think the idea of like star metals and like being magic, Ruck would hold back up the mortar when he goes, "Is this a star metal?"
The morphing weapon again?
Yeah.
No. That would be planar. It is something that is not above or below, but to the side. And we'll come with a piece of paper, drawing a circle. This is our world. And then we'll draw a few different duplications, and there are worlds like ours, places, other planes that are, and stacked on itself. Planes of the elements are stacked in a different way. Sometimes they are able to, and picks up and pushes a little finger that pops through from one page to another. Some things push through now and again, and that is how we gain contact between planes. And things like that are able to be found, and creatures of that type are able to be for a little while before things recede once again.
Like the dragon.
You mean the dragon that is with the council member?
Zaza.
And they will pick up a piece of paper and wave their hand between two pieces of paper. Where they are from is a place in between these. It is something that is much more infinite and broad. But where they are from is in a place that is between planes. A plane of its own that is in between other planes, a transitive plane.
Yeah, Fruct has no idea. All he knows is that he thought he figured out what Zarzith was, and then he just heard that he's wrong about that, so he's just like, okay. Don't really understand how I'm wrong about it, but absolutely not going to try to get into the weeds, because there's no way I'm going to understand what this guy's talking about.
Yeah.
Just summarize it with, can we pretend that airplanes in the night skies are like shooting stars?
Simply put, while two planes, like that of the elemental planes and our material plane, are two destinations, two homes, the astral plane is the road and the bridge between. How far or how long that road depends upon what journey you take to get there. It may be short, it may be long. And there is always much on a very, very, very long and wide road.
Ruck would look back at the morphing weapon and be like, well, so is this magic?
Yes, it is primal magic. Magic of nature, of pure elemental forces. Pure metal, rots and able to shape itself.
Okay, you say elemental force, but like a storm isn't magic, it's just a storm. And iron isn't magic, it's just iron.
Mm-hmm. There is a little bit of primal magic, that little bit of extra spark that makes it a little more. A storm is a storm on its own, but the storm made by an elemental is a little more.
How is a storm more of a storm? Is bigger?
Where it is able to be commanded.
This is where if Ruck were smarter, he'd be like, wait a minute, so you mean if you'd be able to command iron to do what it be, then essentially the iron is magic. But Ruck isn't smart enough to put that together. So he's still stuck on how iron is iron. And this thing is kind of like iron, but you're saying it's a little bit magic.
Yes. And there's a case that, so Ava looks like, for that particular item, it responds to the will of one who holds it. Within a while you may not have any magic itself, the magic understands you after spending enough time with you and will react to you. To what you wish it to occur.
So I'm not casting or doing magic when I make it do something, like get bigger or something, right?
Correct.
Oh, good.
It is taking what you want from your will to fit the purpose that you wish it.
I was afraid you had me casting magic here for a little bit.
Magic is not all bad.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of good come out of it. At least not in the long run.
The one of the council. The one of stave and robe. Their magic.
Happening?
Their magic is something profound.
I mean, falling from the sky, doing a big fire thing is cool and profound, I guess.
And instead of that as thought, just to be able to command an elemental force, to create wind to push up at one's bidding, and then blaze forth with fire from one's bidding.
It's kind of godly.
Magic is control. It is creation from what is usually not there. It is change, it is seeing, it is protection. It is to create a force which was not normally there or does not normally behave as such.
It would feel much better if magic did more protecting than it currently does. At least in the shit that I have to deal with.
Sometimes it requires a little reminder from a very big stick
Now
to get it back on track.
Almost gets a smile out of Ruck. Almost. Big stick I can understand. That's why staves are better than wands.
Well, each has their own potential, at least.
See, find me if you can find answers about that metal. I'll talk to the smiths.
We will look into it and confer.
Thank you. And what is your name?
As I have to make a name now, thank you.
Come on. You think Fructo's gonna be rude and not thank a gentleman? Even if
That's
he's an
true.
orb face?
Etab.
Beef, no. Alright.
Ecob?
Etab. K-I-T-A-A-B.
Ecob. Bruct. And Bruct, like, puts out a hand and then realizes that he's a tree person.
Well, you see they have hands.
He's like, do you guys shake? How can Ronki show appreciation?
and they sort of, reach out what is essentially their hand. That sort of exoskeleton of multiple branches and vines sort of put together to form a digited hand and sort of grasp. We are familiar with a handshake.
Yeah, but what can Rasu do to each other to show appreciation like this? Or to, like, meet someone?
And there is a pause and a thought. And it depends upon the relation. If it is close, it is a different gesture than those that it is new for. But for the most part, they will sort of reach towards they take that sort of handshake, and they sort of bring it forward to touch sort of central chest. A trust from me, and then sort of brings that handshake back to the center.
Okay, and Ruck would do the same thing back.
We look forward to possibly speaking with you about magic and its counters in the future.
Tell your cousins they should talk with their, like, gods less, and the rest of us would be less misunderstanding of you guys. And he clearly is saying it as a joke.
Old habits die hard, as do strong fellows.
Literally have a feat called Die Hard, but I can't really... or something like that. And then I think Bruck would make his way off to go chat with the Smiths.
Alright, well that is something else to learn at another time as we move on to the next situation, as I have to scroll all the way back up. 7.
Wait, what?
1.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wait, are we going in reverse, or did Tapman or Beeman just want Bruck to go first?
Now, I said Rucked first, but the way this is gonna pan out, I think works just fine in reverse order. I concur. Fuck yeah, bud.
I just don't want to go, but...
That's you.
True.
For a minute, I thought that was Bucket barking, and I was like, damn, really? Since when is
Bucket.
Bucket rude?
Fenn's always barking at shit.
Regularly is Bucket like that, and if you if you heard Bucket barking, you'd then hear me telling him to shut up immediately.
I fucking
Mhm.
love Bucket. I love Bucket so much.
You want him?
A little bit. Do you want to trade for beef? He's in
Absolutely.
his third vomit season of the month.
Whatever. And it's constantly Shepherd, so.
Perfect. All right,
As
we're
we
doing a pet.
begin this portion next.
Okay, we were talking about you.
Where would Pandora be at this particular moment?
Not the library, obviously. Unless she was hiding behind a bookcase just eavesdropping. Because that's usually where she hangs out, by the way. Heading to Emmett's, I guess. As per. For a visit. A check-in.
Okay. Emmett seems to be a little bit around the place today, and you are pointed that he is sort of more towards the beaches, having a look.
Oh. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the beach.
Just he seems to be sort of at the beach, but looking up, looking sort of northeastward from there.
So from his place, I'd be able to see that he's there at the beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd be able to sort of get an idea of where he might be.
Okay, so I guess she reroutes after she sees them instead of going into his place and goes to the beach.
Yep.
Is he facing the where was he facing again?
He's looking northeast.
Okay. So she couldn't sneak up on him. Shit.
Depends on which way she approaches, really.
Well, where's his place compared to where he's at?
Westward. So
Okay, she's gonna be sneaky.
you can give me a stealth check if you're going to be sneaky.
Sneaky time. Oh my god, stealth, where are you? I never fucking ever use you. Shit. There you are, stealth. Alright. She's gonna like creepy walk like a goblin, like hands up, like fucking claws out, just like tippy toeing
Yep.
towards them, tail. Just trying not to fucking whip back and forth.
Yep.
She might wiggle her butt a little bit before she pounces, if that's high enough.
For that, Emmett doesn't notice, but sitting on the shoulder, you see the little slime turn around.
Oh shit.
You don't know if there's an actual face there, but you just see it turn in place.
Slow motion. She sees it in slow-mo. Oh god, please don't tell me he's gonna jump at her and just like just interrupt the mid pounce.
And then it's just a lean to the side and just bap on Emmett's neck.
Oh no.
And then that's when he turns to look behind him.
Pandora instantly like straightens up and like slides to a stop. Hi.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Contemplating a few things.
Huh, what a coincidence. I was here not too long ago, doing the same thing. But you're not looking
Yeah.
at the ocean. What are you looking at?
That which lies ahead.
Are you talking about this this place that we need to go to soon?
Yes.
Hmm.
It will be the last one. And then things get a little easier from there.
Kind of looking forward to that.
At least that is the hope.
Well, if it's anything like the last place we went to, I I really hope we get through it. Cause I'm ready for easy, admit.
I can imagine. You look like something is on your mind.
Add a character real quick.
Yeah.
I don't think we talked about whether or not Emmett and Pandora caught up about the last dungeon.
I think there's been space and time enough between to figure out what's been going on.
Okay. Well, I was out here the other day contemplating as well. And I wrote a letter. I've had some time to reflect on the last dungeon that we were in, and I had to get it down on paper. And not like a journal entry or anything. It's a letter to Arako. She's looking down, like kind of blushing a little bit. Can you give it to him for me? I'm really I don't know if I can witness.
There's a hand held out. I actually have intentions to speak with Arako.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. I was freaking out a little bit because yeah. Here. So she like rummages through her bag and she pulls out a parchment that's rolled up. It's got a wax seal on it. Hands it to him.
And takes it and just puts it in his sleeve.
She's still kind of bashful, just like looking down because, you know, father figure Emmett. So yeah, don't open it. Obviously, that's why there's a seal on it.
It is not meant for my eyes.
Mm.
It is not like you have thrown open letters in front of me while sitting at my desk in order to prove a point.
This is true. But yeah, I would appreciate if you give it to him. You're singing today, you said?
There's something I needed to see him about, yes.
Is everything okay?
Yes. Something they asked about me a while back.
Okay. I was curious, because there's literally been, we've been attached to the hip for a little bit since we got back.
I've noticed.
Yeah, so the beach was kind of the first time in a little while that I had a moment for myself, which, you know, I don't mind, you know, because I like to clean back, obviously, not in your presence, or anybody else's presence, too much. So yeah, yeah, give that to him. What are you contemplating apart from, you know, the finality of this all? What are your plans after we finish? After all is said and done, Emmett?
That's what I'm thinking of. The after. What will I do with myself?
You're not leaving, are you? You bet. I mean, Bears Bay is home, right? Right?
And there's just a smile. More of a case of what will I do with myself when I am no longer needing to rush and worry about what feels like the end of the world. What will happen to me when things slow down?
Go back to teaching. I don't know. I was actually thinking about doing something similar. Following in your footsteps,
I'll have to
maybe.
dig up my old lesson plans for you to look over then, if that is your idea.
Just something I've been kind of, you know.
There is something, though, that I should pass on, though. Karuni was looking for you a little ago.
Oh, okay.
Yes, something about a recipe that was passed on to her.
Ooh, something to cook, I hope. I'm a little hungry. Okay, where's she at? Where can I find her?
She should be somewhere near her place. She was just coming back from the bakery a little bit earlier.
All right, well, I guess I'll go see what this recipe is. And thanks again, Emmett. Say hi to Rocco for me.
I will.
She
Send
pokes
your regards.
Slippy, sloppy boy, and
And there's just a wobble, 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 wobble.
gives a smile to
It's
Emmett
just-
and kind of turns around and skips off like a schoolgirl.
All right. Heading over to Karuni's.
I don't think Pandora's had moments with Karuni.
No.
Are we gonna dance? You're like the hottest guy here. And then just a pixelated face.
Excuse me, the remaster that makes a lot more sense.
I love that meme so much.
Uh,
Oh shit. All right.
But finding Karuni's home and a knock would show that it is quite open, and there is the smell of tea and soft music.
That's pleasant. Knock knock. Hello? Karuni?
Come in. I believe I was expecting you.
Yes. She
And
kind of
she
comes
will
in.
sort of,
Go ahead.
she comes in to sort of guide you through to a little table, and what you see there is something you have not seen in a very long while.
Is it the tea?
The tea, the biscuits,
Oh.
with the little bits of icing on it.
Ah. Anime style drool, just down the chin, big eyes. I'm gonna take a seat. May I?
1 lump or 2.
3.
Served the tea.
Trying to get cracked out on some sugar.
Mhm.
So, wow. How did you know, or is this okay? Let me start again. Have you always made this? Is this something you brew up and make?
Oh, no, a little lizard told me.
Oh, a little lizard. Are you talking about Zarzith?
Yes.
Oh. I don't. Oh my god, she nearly spits out her teeth. The fucking little lizard. Oh god. I wonder how you'd feel about that, being called little lizard. How tall? Karuni's she's small, right? She's small.
She is a half elf
She's a
gnome. She is maybe nearly 4 feet.
So Pandora just like loudly
Twice the size, practically.
sips at her tea. You know, he's quite big. Have you seen him recently? Like,
Yes.
Okay, how long ago was this? Was this before we left or when we got back?
A few days ago.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I'm gonna tell him about this. I
He
think
came
he'd
to me
laugh.
specifically.
No. I'm gonna tell him about the little lizard thing. I think
Oh, I've
he,
already called him that.
What did he say?
Something about being non-appreciative, being compared to a minuscule reptile.
You speak Draconic. It just dawned on me. You speak Draconic?
I speak a lot of languages.
Okay. What do you speak?
Doesn't answer the question.
It kind of sort of indirectly did. Draconic. What else? She speaks in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish? Do you know this tongue? Of course, you just said she was Elvish.
Pardon as I open things here. And she will sort of, yes, I'm familiar with my mother's tongue.
Huh. Pandora smiles a little bit. She takes a bite out of her biscuits and... Yeah, my mother and I would speak in Elven. When we did the same thing. This is quite nostalgic for me.
I can imagine that it is.
Pandora's got like the most genuine, just happiest smile on her face as she sips her tea again. So, I heard something about a recipe.
Yes.
Go on. Sip, sip.
Well, your little lizard gave me the recipe.
Did he?
Yes, with a bit of a wistful look in his eye.
The recipe for all of this? Oh.
Yes, including the ratio for the tea.
It's been like 50 years since I last partook, so taste changed just a little bit about it. I wanted to try the 3, so, and it's kicking in. So I'll have to thank him, and thank you, Karoni. It's very nice of you. And the little lizard, of course.
Yes. Well, I just happen to have a particular sense of people and their passions.
Yeah? How so? Tell me about, let's see. What do you think Rocco's passionate about?
You, of course.
Aww.
Nearly spit her tea out again.
Gay.
That was, you answered that really quickly. Face just blushing.
It's written
Sip.
all over your face and his face.
Keep my face out of this discussion, dude.
Oh god, I have a horrible poker face. I really didn't think I was that obvious.
From the outside looking in, it's very obvious.
Well, it's a thing.
I'm familiar.
Uh-huh. She's just sitting there, just nervously sipping now. Really, just.
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
from what I can tell, is that your little lizard has 2 different passions about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. One comes from that of a devoted protector.
She nods. He's definitely that.
And then there's something else. Much more faint. But it still comes through now and then with some words. Subtle. There is a lot of care.
I mean, I care about him and... God.
Probably not in the same way. It is a very specific kind of care that it only works in one direction.
Oh, wait a second. Whoa. Whoa. This is me out of character. Wait. Can you, go on? Like, I need more details about this. How do you,
Like a parent to a child.
Okay. I was over here thinking that you said one-sided, and I didn't want to hear that my lizard was in love with me. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry, Crony. I'm not. Okay. But she kind of composes herself. Sips tea. How do you mean one-sided, though? Because
Well, such a love does not exactly occur in the opposite direction because the relationship is not the same.
yeah, I'm still lost, Crony.
It's a very difficult thing to wrap one's head around, but
I have noticed in maybe the past year that he's kind of gone from a little bit. He almost seemed adolescent. Now he feels, I don't know, like grown up. I guess maybe more mature. And more. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like he's more of, I don't, maybe he's becoming more of who he used to be. Honestly, I don't know how it works. I've only seen glimpses of him in his true, incredibly, just mind-blowing form. I don't know much about him apart from our connection and the fact that he's a protector, and probably I'd be screwed without him.
I think what you can take from him is that he will protect you not just physically, but if there is ever a point where you need a little bit of emotional stability, you may find Sarsith very receptive.
I've kind of picked up on that when he pushed me down a hill towards Araco to surprise me. Well, ruin Araco's surprise with the house that's being built. I'd say that it was after it. Well, this wasn't. This was
like a parent pushing a child forward that is too shy.
Yeah. We did have a conversation beforehand. I have two fathers now, Sarsith and Emmett. I love this. Two dads.
and you sort of see. Was that out loud? Two fathers.
It felt out of character, but she probably whispered a little bit. It seems like I've got two father figures now.
And Gertie just sort of smiles like,
The irony.
Oh. It's only ironic if it's true.
To think that I would go from having probably the worst, most just diabolical. I can't even fathom the kind of. She holds herself back from saying shit that my actual father is capable of. To Emmett and Sarsith replacing him.
We've all our own demons, Pandora. It all depends upon how we stand against them when the time comes.
I'd hard pass on standing against him. That's why I'm here, Karuni.
With Araco and Sarsith at your back, wouldn't be as difficult to stand up, would it?
You think I have more than those two to stand up behind me?
Oh, plenty.
She kind of looks like she's thinking about, last dungeon.
There are many who would be very glad to stand at your side and be there behind you. More than you would believe.
She just smiles a little timidly and nods and sips her tea again. Well, that puts me at ease. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Well, you know, the former father showing up out of nowhere. I think that would not
It wouldn't be
good.
nowhere. It would be on a ship.
I don't want to think about that right now. I just started feeling better, Karuni.
Have another biscuit.
Please. She shoves it in her mouth in one bite. Just trying not to think about Van
The
Dylan just
taste
showing up.
of nostalgia.
It feels better. Excuse me. Those are so good. Fantastic job, by the way. It tastes exactly like I remember. So good.
I follow a recipe well. But you probably have other places to be, as much as a short little tea with me can be.
Well, yeah, honestly, I could stay here all day because it's been a while since I've had a moment like this, so...
If you do, then I would have to break open the cauldron if we were staying longer.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Well, yes. Tea is tea,
Mm.
but stew is
Oh,
dinner.
God. Yes, please. I don't have any plans. I'm kind of hiding away while one of my two fathers gives Rocco a letter. So, yes, I would love to stay
And
for
it's
some
like,
stew.
well, if there's going to be stew, then I will need a protein and a vegetable of your choice.
Hmm.
And you need to go get it yourself.
Oh, shit. Pardon my language.
Market's just down the street. It's a short little jog. I'm sure you've got the few little strides that it'll take to get there.
Oh, Karuni, I can jog in these heels like nobody's business. All right. Are you partial to anything? My choice. On the meat and the veggies.
I can eat most anything, and
Not
I
picky.
have made
Perfect.
many things for many people.
Perfect. Not picky. Love it. All right. I'm on it. She like chugs the rest of her tea, grabs another biscuit, shoves it in her mouth, and like gets out.
And running out as Karuni waves by. And just sort of standing at the door watching. Far by the time out of earshot. Two fathers. Such a silly girl. She doesn't know. And then sort of turns back to go in.
She doesn't know. What? She didn't hear her, obviously.
No.
Oh, God. She's so clueless.
Just a little bit clueless. But
I mean,
we are
she's 120 years old, but she's practically like a fucking teenager.
But we will have our midway break
Cute.
at this point.
Woo!
Yay, Karuni interaction. That was fun.
We
Yeah.
love a Pandora moment that isn't traumatic.
Oh
God,
my God,
yes.
So true.
God,
Basti.
yes. I enjoyed that. Fuck.
It's about fucking time, dude.
For real. God damn.
Best looking guy here.
That meme is so good.
And then somebody fucking drew it. Oh my God, it kills me every time I see it.
Oh yeah.
Look,
I
it was
cropped
the
that.
PlayStation 1 era, and all of the
I know,
FMVs.
and it
Squall was a
looks-
hot man.
Dude, it looks so beautiful when it came out too. Like, I remember
Do
being
my
blown
boy
away.
dirty.
It's okay. He's beautiful. I had the biggest crush on him. Even in his pixelated. Okay, break. I don't need a break. I'm good.
I'm gonna get up some water at least.
Alright. I'll be here.
I gotta feed son.
Oh, grr, I'm gonna be looking at shops again. Oh yeah, food.
Walking around to the kitchen, gonna have banana bread. That's why I changed the lyrics. Vegan banana bread in the kitchen. Well, good thing I'll be bringing / making some. Uh huh. Yep. I am stuffing my face with banana bread. Avery, give me a moment. You would essentially have to look at the item, note the price, delete it, and then add the money yourself. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. There are a couple things I have questions about, which I can wait until the end of this session, the shopping bit.
I'm so very sad that the magic metal is not available at the levels y'all are at.
Yeah. Can we just, instead of hero point, just get a free level?
No.
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 Okay. Let's see. 230. 60. 55 and 7. So that would be 352 GP for 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 items I need to sell. Wait, is that my total wealth or what? I'm confused. Okay, total coinage and then total wealth. Is that like all time, like how much I've had since we started?
No. Total wealth is with all your items.
Oh, I gotcha.
Total items. Total wealth is counting all the items.
I see what. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Man, I love the boss fight music for this game so much. The end game boss music is the shit.
Yep.
I think you used it before, very early in the campaign. I'm gonna be rich after this, man. I'm gonna have 1,114 GPs. Okay, what was I looking at? Temple. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Man, when I played this game back in the day, I would do the voices for the characters. It was great. I made Cell sound like a douchebag. They're like fucking hot dogs. Hey guys, what's going on? You want some hot dogs? So stupid. Fucking face tattoo having ass. Oh shit, I'm gonna go grab some ibuprofen. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I got lost watching my shrimp. I cleaned their tank and they're very cute and I love them. They're very sweet.
Thanks for the shrimperies.
No, they're very adorable and I haven't been able to see all four in a long time and now they're just like so stoked about having a nice clean tank. And I scraped all the algae off the front so I can really see them.
Yep.
And the plants are doing good and everybody's
Yep.
happy.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
That's why I couldn't say fucking banana bread in the kitchen, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I will tell you. The chips.
Yeah.
They melt decently,
Hey!
and they are semi-sweet, so they give that nice contrast to the sweet banana bread.
Oh, bitch, we're having vegan banana bread at the cabin, dude.
This reminds me I
Hell
have to
yeah.
do some recipe testing.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Beans.
Yeah.
Anybody else, of course, would be invited as well. But are you doing anything tomorrow around 7?
I'm back.
Yes.
Tomorrow around 7?
Yeah.
No.
I'm back. What's tomorrow
Okay.
around 7?
Again, any of you guys who would like are invited, but I don't know how as into it as much as I know Indy is, because Indy tomorrow is the season premiere of Game Changer.
Ah! Yes.
Wait, what? What?
Game Changer. Have you seen probably
I'm
on
familiar,
TikTok?
yes.
You only get the changes with every show. I'm your host, Sam Reich.
Been here the whole time.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
Oh my god. All right. So what we need to do is we need to go through every episode of Game Changer, seasons 1 through 5, with everybody before the premiere of the new season.
So I don't know if there's time for that, and also I'm not gonna wait to start watching the new season while everybody. It is not something you have to catch up on every. So
There's so
Yeah,
many
Game Changer is
tabletop
every
games
show.
that shows
No,
I
this
want to
is not
watch.
tabletop. No,
It's
this
a
is not
game
tabletop.
Oh,
So you've probably seen clips, but it's it's the like college humor dropout
yeah,
cast
the I
and
can't
everything.
win guy, where he's like, I know what's going on here.
Mm.
And he
Every
screams.
episode is a different game, and the
uh,
contestants do not know what it is going in.
okay.
And it's amazing. It's one of the best game shows that has ever been made. Period. And the new season starts. But I guarantee you will have seen clips of this on TikTok.
I
Yeah.
feel like I haven't. Maybe if you send me one, it'll refresh my memory.
But it is fantastic. It is and the first cast is Allie, Brennan, and Oscar.
Oh, daddy. That is so good.
Well, I
tomorrow
will
at
try
7
and
p.m.
catch up. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
let me
something
just,
I can watch without
here's an
having
example.
seen previous seasons.
You do
Okay.
not need to
Okay.
have seen any of the other episodes.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
who any of the people are, really. Like, it obviously makes it better, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm down. What time?
7 p.m. is when it airs.
Okay.
So we can technically do any time after 7 p.m., but I would like to get close to 7 p.m.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm free tomorrow.
Yeah. All of the screenshots I can find of this that like show the set and like the vibe really shows how fucked up Game Changer is, because it's like throwing knives at someone while they're blindfolded
bomb.
or disabling a bomb.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna watch the TikTok. Did you send me one? I thought somebody. Okay, hold on. Did I get a TikTok? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna fucking TikTok Google this. TikTok Google.
Well,
Hold
while you do that,
on.
we're
Game
going
changer.
to scoot ourselves
All right.
into the next thing.
I'm gonna mute myself so I
Yeah.
don't disturb anybody.
Like
Be
that's
oh wait, I was
amazing.
about to say, you might not want to watch it now because of the audio recording. Unless it's like a watch on the phone situation. Yeah, but muting.
It
I
say
my,
on TikTok she is looking on her phone.
okay, yes, good point.
I
yes.
love that where it's like,
Yeah.
do you know what the rules are? No. Great. Your word is cow. Long silence.
All right. Okay. I
Of course, they
saw.
won't know the rules until you tell me.
Listen, I saw Brendan Lee Mulligan. Yeah. Is he in
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Relatively often.
I have a little crush on him. So.
Who the fuck doesn't?
Right?
That man is everything I've ever wanted in any man ever.
I love him in
He's
the
Irish,
drags and Dungeons
He's good
and
with
Drags.
kids, and he does tabletop. He's a fucking
And
nerd.
he has the cutest smile.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Ooh.
Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Anyway.
Dimension 20. Yes, anyway.
Anyway, we are moving on to Morocco next.
I didn't even get my food because I was busy fucking thinking about. Okay.
Oh,
my
balls.
God.
I'm scared.
It's fine. I'll just starve to death while it's my turn. It's fine.
And we are a little a ways. Not in Bears Bay proper, but back at the cabin. Where we have 4 walls, a roof, windows, and a tree. Leaves open, out, and vibrant. It's finished growing. It might need a little furniture now.
Wait, did
Yeah.
the Leshy grow windows?
Magic windows. Don't ask questions.
Magic, duh.
Okay,
The
magic windows. Rock doesn't like them.
The windows look to be very, depending upon the thickness of the windows, can be relatively clear but relatively thin to a bit thicker, and they have an amber hue.
Did we decide, Beans, like how this tree house was gonna like look exactly?
Oh yeah.
The-
I've decided how
Okay,
it would look.
so like I know we discussed ideas, but what did you go with? Oh, I want to hear.
Okay, so the interior, when you walk up to the front door, there is like sort of a porchy looking thing.
Okay. So
you
is it
walk in
one
through-
tree though? Is it like the two
the
intertwining
house is
trees?
its own like living thing,
Okay,
whether
okay.
it's like multiple shrubs or whatever.
I
But-
gotcha.
so it doesn't like there's a tree growing out at the top,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks like a house that just happens to have a hat.
I got it. Okay.
So, okay, you walk in and it is like this open sort of like floor plan type deal. So
Mhm.
there's like a living space in the middle, and in the middle of the living space is a tree that's growing up to the second story where there's like a loft area. And there's like a little spiral staircase.
I
that
knew it.
heads up
I
to
was
Of
waiting
course
for it.
there's a spiral staircase.
Yes.
It's fantasy.
I was about
So
to say,
there's-
please tell me there's, and I waited. I held my
Yeah.
tongue and I heard it. I was like,
There's a spiral staircase heading up there. There is some stonework that still needs to be added in. So like in the kitchen, it's just got dirt floor right now. So I can put in like good stonework. The cabinets have grown, but there's no countertops. You know, because
Mhm.
I gotta put in slabs of stone there too. But like, and the window in the kitchen has these like very pliable. There's a round window where the sink basin would be. It's not really
The brown windows,
it's not a
yes.
sink, but you know, it's a place where you can have your water basin, and around that is a round window that has very pliable branches, so we can make our stained glass window. Yeah, because I know it's something you want.
Go on.
There, like the doorway to the kitchen is this beautiful archway that has like intertwined, weaved sort of, branches going around. There's a bedroom and a root cellar, and like a bathroom area, obviously, closets and whatnot. And in the loft area, there's like the cute little stir with like living branches still. So like the rest of it is sort of like it's alive, but it's not. There's not like little leaves or twigs or anything. There's no maintenance.
Do we have to water our home?
Nah, it's chill. We're gonna fertilize it though, because that's where the bathroom is. But but in the loft area, you have a nice big picture window, and it has like shelves grown into the sides, so it has like that nice little peaked roof thing, and then at about like 4 feet off the ground is just all bookshelves for scrolls and whatnot. And if you turn around and face towards where the railing is, and it's like it's all like intertwined, braided sort of, and there's like little branches and leaves sticking out. You can look out at the tree that's growing out from the first floor, but past the tree, big giant picture windows, floor to ceiling, basically. So when you're up there, you feel like you're outside. You feel free and open.
Is there a gazebo outside? Please tell me you did the gazebo.
Of course there's a gazebo outside. Of course. I give Leshy extra like fucking, like money or food or something. I spend time with them. I learned the language. I hung out with them. There's an arbor. What is the thing that it's like arbor technology, something like that, where you bend the trees into it. So it's bent into this beautiful gazebo area. It can seat about 5 people comfortably. Hint.
I'm not tearing up. Nope.
But there is no like other gardeny stuff yet, so it's just the gazebo and the house. And the house is not fully complete. It still needs the stonework done, but it's pretty much done. I can move furniture in. I can move stone in.
Pandora's been going out of her way to avoid the area. Not to see anything.
Not really. Not since Zarza shoved you down there.
That was a while ago when it was just sprouting, so she hasn't seen any of the progress since, so yeah.
That's fair. But it's absolutely gorgeous inside. And I plan on stuccoing some walls and stuff. And getting the
Well, thank you for the description. It makes me super happy.
I don't think the tree indoors is flowering yet.
This is fine. Soon enough.
It wouldn't flower the first time around.
Yeah, so it's just a tree right now.
Yes.
But it's a couple trees. It's 2 different types of trees, and their trunks are twisted up around each other. It's very pretty.
That
Anyway,
that right there, the trunks twisting around each other, tattoo from Morocco. Anyway, go on, Rocky.
Yes, continue, Rocky, please.
Yes. Eventually, probably wherever Rocco is, having a look from there, Emmett would be able to sort of come up and announce himself. There.
Oh, yeah, the door's wide open.
Yeah. Sort of, poking in Rocco.
Yeah. Hey.
I was looking for you.
Well, that's good, because this is where I am. Hi.
Yeah. And sort of reaches into his sleeve and pulls out sort of a dark wood box and passes it over.
Oh, they're done?
Just a last minor inspection, see if they happen to look about right.
Okay. grab the box and I open it up. What the hell, Travis?
What is happening?
Why'd you make me a property brother? You fuck.
Continue before I lose
That
it.
is horrifying. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I take the wooden box and I open it up and I inspect what's inside there. Rocky, if you would like to give a description.
Do I want to give a description?
Yeah, go for it. Describe what's in the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What it appears to be are a few different bands of metal. One of a sort of darker metal with some interspersed light, and then a band of lighter metal with intersperse of sort of a darker metal. Sort of a matching set between the two.
What?
Yeah, I pick them up, I look at them, hold them in my hands, check them out, inspect, etc. And I go, this is perfect. They're absolutely perfect. Thank you.
Oh, yes, there was also something else I needed to pass on.
Oh.
And he sort of pulls out a scroll. The parchment itself is sealed with purple wax, indented with a dragon wrapped around itself as if asleep. There's a bit of a blue glitter shimmer catching the eye in the light, if peeled away, and Emmett sort of gives you a nod to open it, as he sort of takes a moment away to have a look around and explore the house on his own.
Oh my god. Okay, I open the scroll.
As you unfold it, you catch a hint of lavender and the distinct smell of lily of the valley. A smell so familiar that for a split moment it brings you back to that first night. You know the one.
Wow.
When you do snap out of it, you are able to lay your eyes on words. Her words. For you. The parchment is an off-yellow, edges frayed, as you do unravel it, having to fight with it as it tries to fold back in on itself in the roll position it was originally in. But as you finally get a grip on both the top and bottom edge, something falls from the parchment. A dried lily of the valley. After taking a moment to pick up and admire it, you can look back to the unraveled parchment. There are words scribbled there, ink droplets here and there, but the words are quite elegantly written. A lot of focus, and a lot of time placed into it, despite what you may have glimpsed in the journal Pandora is always scribbling on your adventures. You take a seat at a desk, or a table, or a chair somewhere.
I kind of pop my butt up on the unfinished countertop in the kitchen.
And the little bit of light coming through the window, giving you that nice tint to read the words written upon the parchment. So who's reading this, Adri?
I can't. I'm tearing up.
You can't.
You have to.
You
I
have to, I have to hear your
Come
voice.
on.
I have dyslexia. I'm gonna fuck it up.
Well, I can read it if you wish.
Please.
You have to sound exactly like Pandora when you do it.
I will break if I read it. I'm always sad. But today I had biscuits and tea and it was good. Yay.
My boyfriend.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, you read it. I gotta mute myself. I gotta bust out tissues.
Oh. Moment here. Gotta get the voice right.
Dearest Rocco, love of my life.
If you keep being being funny, then
I'm
it'll
sorry.
take me longer to get it right. I'm trying to be serious.
Okay,
here,
serious,
Okay,
everybody.
okay. Shh.
Dearest Araka, I'm writing this as I sit with my feet buried in the sand, with Zarzith curled up around me with his head resting on my lap, sound asleep. Oh, the sound he makes when he sleeps. You know the sound, the low, rumbling purr. Gods, he's grown so much that my legs have gone numb a little because of how heavy his head is. His forehead, however, a good substitution for a spot to set up and write the letter I'm penning to you now. Before I started writing this letter, both Zarzith and I sat quietly peering out towards the ocean. We watched the sun go down, and I wish you had seen it here. As the sun began to slowly descend into the horizon, a vibrant mixture of soft pinks and gold intensified, spreading across the surface of the ocean, reflecting the colors that were gems floating in the waves. It was magical. All I could think about was the day Emmett, Slippy, Zarzith, and I slipped aboard that ship, desperate to escape the pursuit of my father, desperate to find answers about why I am who I am, why I am what I am. For a moment I thought, what if I'd never boarded that ship? Which, in hindsight, was a mistake. I ended up opening the floodgate of all the what ifs. If I hadn't boarded that ship, I fear I'd be dead by now and never would have met you, Bruct, or Tap. I would have never had the chance to experience everything that I've experienced here on Omonth, the good and the bad. We've all grown, and I like to think I've grown too despite being this close to making the biggest mistake in my entire existence. I have wished every day since that day I could go back and do the right thing by you, by Tap, by Vrucht, by the whole of Bears Bay, and everything and everyone we've saved and built. But alas, what is done is done. And I've learned that it does no one, nor I, any good to linger on faults and shortcomings. There are no do-overs. It doesn't do to dwell on the what-ifs. It wouldn't be a life worth living. The important thing is that I've learned from it. And here's what I've learned. Despite how much I've lost in a half-century or more, I've gained so much more. More than I could have ever dreamed of. Friendships and love. Love that I've never known until I felt it for you. The only love I'd known was the love of a mother, the love of a mentor who took me under his wing and treated me like I wish my father had treated me. The love I have for this beautiful scaly boy who's still wrapped around me. And in the last year or so, the love I've come to have for our companions, despite the conflicts we faced along the way. Tap, despite still being somewhat of an enigma, is someone I'm endlessly impressed by. I feel like I could learn so much from him. And Vrucht feels like a sibling I never had. I look up to him, and for a while now I can't shake this feeling of wanting to make him proud. That's a bit of a new feeling as well. And don't you ever tell him I said that. But you, Arako, I find it hard to put into words how intense the love I have for you is. It's indescribable. The day you wrapped your arms around me, wiped away my tears and said what you said to me after I'd fallen to pieces. You are not the sins of your family. You are more than your bloodline. Let this steel you, not break you. Something awoke inside of me like a flame that has grown and intensified ever since. And the day I found myself in a void, trapped inside the body of a beast that I feared would end us all, I could hear your voice, faintly, but your words reached me. You fought for me. And despite Tap and Ruck taking up arms, I understood why. Even if you don't agree with their decisions, I'd never fault them for that. You saved me. You saved them from having to end me. I will never make the mistake of taking for granted any of you again. As I mentioned before, the things I've lost, even the loss of my mother, it pales all in comparison to what I have gained since we arrived. Everything we fought for, everything we've built, every soul in Bears Bay, the friendship I've had, and the love of my life. My mother would understand. I know she would. And if she was here, she would scold me for ever having considered destroying it all just to bring her back. Irako, I want to spend whatever time fate has in store for us with you, always. I want a life with you, one that I would never trade for anything. I want to see Bears Bay grow. I want lifelong friendships. I want so many things, and I don't want to do any of them without you. I've never had a real home, but wherever you are is home. You are home. With every fiber of my being, the love I have for you will transcend time, space, and all the astral planes. Despite the struggles I've faced along the way, the mistakes I've made, and my shortcomings, and feelings of uncertainty in myself, a life with you is the one thing I've felt sure of, beyond a shadow of a doubt. The words, "You are my soulmate Irako" in Elvish are written. Thank you for being the reason for a happiness that I never thought existed. Eternally yours, Pandora.
Oh,
I think Rocco reads this, tears in eyes, kind of sees that Emmett is doing that thing where he's walking around pretending to look around but is looking towards me. So I kind of and quickly, rub my eye and go, kind of stole what I was going to say. And roll it back up. And I, stick it in my pocket, and I go, so, about that potion. Just, making it clear that whatever was said in this letter sort of changed my opinion on things.
Yes, that. I believe if there is a little bit done, as long as you do get a drop, it will help you stay for a little while.
So I don't have to change everything about who I am. I can be there with her for a long time.
As long as it would be able to permit, with things being about halfway.
All right. So how do we do this?
We'll need a drop from her.
Okay. Kind of pulls back out the letter, goes on the back, and starts writing down like 1 drop Pandora.
So I think that may be something that can be done a little later. We have time. And I will need preparations to get everything put together to ensure that occurs. I think that would be a great way as a toast at the stones, don't you think?
Yeah, that, and oh man, I can't believe I'm doing this. So this would happen at the same time that I give her this, and like picks up the box and holds it up in the air.
Those are, I guess you could say, the first set to prove intent. There is the other portion that interlocks that will be the other half at the proper part of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there is a question then. While I do know of the customs myself, would it be possible that maybe someone a bit more learned in such officiations be the one to lead it?
I see what you're saying. It's a religious ceremony. It should be someone who is religious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could reach out to Tapman. He's, the most religious, and he knows both of us pretty well, and he can officiate the hell out of it.
I would need to pass on the exacts to him, but it should be enough.
Iraka should tell them before Emmett's like, hey, we're doing this thing. Like, surprise!
I'm gonna definitely, send a letter or something to Tapman and just be like, hey, at some point I'm gonna be like, hey man, you wanna officiate, my wedding? But I need to kind of ask you first, so like, let's not jump any guns real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the preamble basically. I've already asked Emmett if it was cool if I could marry you, since he is like your dad.
That's sweet. You gotta ask the little lizard now, though, too.
I already know that he's chill. I already know he's the one who shoves your fucking ass down to my house.
Yeah, he totally would be like,
I don't need to ask him. Gotta ask the fucking the human man. That I accidentally gave all my weird smut to. All right.
Oh, fucking A. You gave it to Emmett and never gave it to Pandora.
Yeah, no, just sort of, you see Emmett sort of looking to us like, weird flex, but okay. But it's like, I would be there to help as in a secondary role. And I believe your other companion would happen to have the capabilities to also act in that secondary role as required. And it would
Ruct
yeah.
would officiate?
No, Ruct would be a would be a secondary help.
My
Capman,
best man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bet. Okay. And Emmett would be the man of honor.
He's gonna give me away.
Aww.
I'm gonna cry like
no,
a
you
bitch
don't have
again.
A man of honor. We gotta find you somebody.
Karuni, probably.
Harriet. Balenciaga, I don't know.
No, do not have Balenciaga be responsible for
Balenciaga.
anything.
She could be the ring bearer.
Edgar's the only other boy.
No, we could have Dog be the ring bearer.
I want Ruck to be my best man.
Okay, Ruck can be the man of honor. I need to have a best man though.
We'll figure out when we get to the roleplay bit of it. Because Ruck may be like, nah.
We'll see how that goes.
Which? Will there be magic at this wedding?
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm not planning out the wedding, but I am. You know, like we're gonna have that set up. But yeah, basically, right now, my thought process is, what do I do? Do I save the potion for the ceremony itself, or do I do the proposal will occur at some point?
Yes.
Do I do the potion at the proposal, or do I do the potion at the ceremony? Like, what's he thinking would be, uh, now he's in this fucking plan with me. He's my accomplice. What does he think would be the best move?
Oh, is that a question to him?
Yeah, but like in Morocco, fucking bullshit
Yeah.
words. Not my brain is so swimming right now with shit,
Okay.
so I can't roleplay anymore.
Yeah. All right. There's a bit of a pause. It's like, I think at the ceremony, as part of a vow, because if it is taken then at least you can give her right before her eyes the knowledge that it will be a little bit longer before she can get rid of you.
Okay.
Did you say that there wasn't like, it's not like a specific time? There's not like like you can't calculate how much longer that would be, or?
There is a range, but I'm not going to tell you what that range is
fucking A.
until post game.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Listen, Arako is already prepared to propose, knowing full well that he would die like at 95, being saggy and nasty, while Pandora is still a fucking slamming hottie, like the body of a 26-year-old forever.
She would age a little bit, all right?
Sorry, 27. Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
Are you? I was about to say, given the time skip only being that much, and we're looking to be, I mean, TILF probably. Anyways, yes.
Yeah.
Like
I got
Jaheira.
Travis.
She
I
would
got
be
Travis to
Jaheira
yell at
hot.
me. Not that far yet.
Wait, why am I yelling?
Wait, when did Travis yell? I was about to say he's been quiet.
Oh no, you yelled at me in text.
Oh
Calling me a
yeah.
rat bastard.
Ooh, yelling in text.
I stand by it.
What happened? Drama and sliding into the DMs and.
No, it's in the fucking session images. Playing the song Fragment of Memories.
Oh yeah.
While Arako's discussing fundamentally changing who they are.
Well, I thought it was just a longevity thing. Is it actually? Is it?
If I take more of the, like, I think it's the more blood that I take, or peace, whatever, or the more potion I take, the more my body will change. But if there's a little bit, then
This is gonna be a very emotional proposal then. There's gonna be a conversation for sure.
But
when it's revealed to Pandora.
yeah, but that is sort of all. That is all the business that Emmett does have.
Yeah. I just, we talk the logistics of things for a moment, and then there's this like comfortable silence, and Rocco goes in for it, like gets that beaming smile that so rarely appears on his face, and sticks his hand out for a handshake, just being like, yeah, thank you for everything. Tell me Emmett gives me a hug. Oh, tell me he goes, no, and hugs me. Oh. He doesn't have to if you don't think that's like it within his character, but it would be so sweet.
He will sort of pause, look down at the hand, change where he is holding the staff from the one that would have been, reaches out gives your hand a grasp. But then the other hand sort of lets the staff go a little bit loose to tuck around and pull you back in so you're at least shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, he did the bro hug. Oh. Oh.
And sort of he will, and it's like, better make this right.
Yeah, Arako has like the little rivers of tears down the sides of his eyes. He's not crying, but he's crying, you
Yep.
know? It's just little rivers.
Yeah, and sort of he steps back, and sort of with a smile, serious as it is, that you don't know if he's joking or not. Because if you mess this up, I do know where you live. And then he will sort of, swap the staff back to the main hand, and then turn to go.
Mehmet would fuck Arago up. Hands down. Oh my god, my eyes burn, my nose burns.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gang, you're all my wedding planners. You're all stuck in this now.
Wait, Pandora hasn't said yes or no yet. I'm just kidding.
Wow. You basically proposed to me.
Yeah, no, that was
like, yep, let's do this.
Yep, that was
Well,
hint, nudge, nudge.
let's take a skip away back.
My heart, my soul. God damn it, you picking these like fucking songs.
Yep, back to town. And back to sort of those moments. Where is Tapman at the moment, did you say?
If I'm in town, I would most likely be at the temple.
Alright. And sort of it's quiet, and it's got that sort of serene point to it. And you would hear sort of like slow, very quiet steps. Until eventually sort of, probably wherever you are, kneeling or sitting, there would be a very short hop up to the step next to the seat next to you. A little sling staff held, as Trinado would be having a look. Always seem to be around on your own. Reflecting on something?
Find myself fair company.
You at least have two others in your company. Yourself and I.
And Harriet's skittering around somewhere.
I believe I saw her scratching up some grass somewhere. But I have a feeling that much as you find your own company well, your companions find it more enriching.
I appreciate them also.
Might be good to let them know that. Much as they have said it themselves. You, and sort of, leaning the staff over and poking him in the chest with the twin prong, are still a bit of a mystery.
That is fair. I do keep much close to the chest.
Well, the only thing close to the chest that should remain there is the hair grown there, if any grows at all. then maybe all that you're still keeping close should be let forward a bit. It feels like there's much to happen very, very soon.
I agree.
Then let's walk.
Yes, let's.
Fetch Harriet. I need to fetch dog. And Trinata will take a step outside. And outside, snuffling in the dirt, near Harriet is a badger. And then around a corner thereof is a large bear, to which Trinata goes over, using the staff as a way to hop up onto the back of the bear to ride.
And similarly, I'll click twice and Harriet. I'll hop up on Harriet's saddle. And away we go.
And it's definitely a curious thing to have a grass talon, a bear, and a badger walking through the street wherever they might be going.
They're gonna play triple triad.
And he's sort of looking at you, so like, so what is your story, fellow like yourself?
Well, you knew I come from a conquered land.
That I know.
When I was a child is when it was conquered.
Mm-hmm.
And that vastly changed my family. In that I had siblings, 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
My older brother and my sister disappeared upon being conquered. And my younger brother, escaped a short time after. I was the only one who stayed there with my father. And watched what became of him. He blamed himself for being conquered. And a darkness took over him in the form of substance. I couldn't cure that, no matter how hard I studied.
Mm.
So it was a great relief to him when he passed. Hence, it does not bother me. So with nothing left behind, I move forward.
As is the way of nature. But that must have still hardened your heart some.
Does make it rough.
Yes. But you are always a little warmer around others.
Right. I try to be grateful.
And Karuni does seem to always have eyes on you in one way or another.
Karumi's been a great help. And I expect she will always be.
She probably will, given her nature. Those of the First World happen to linger for a while and stay where what obsession may lie. I think, much as she keeps much as she keeps an eye on you. You might be something within her purview, but she doesn't overstep. You may want to make that clear to her, in case.
If I must.
She has a lot to offer. If anything, she's a good cook.
Yeah,
Know
she
that.
is.
So at least knowing that she's always there means there's always a good bowl of stew.
Yeah, there is. Currently being devoured.
Yes.
But my advice to you, as one who's lived with just their company and sort of pats the side of Dog, the bear, and those who might not qualify as another to stand with, it's much different, and try not to keep to yourself so often. Sure, a little time to reflect is fine, but don't let it be so often that you don't check on one of them. You might just be that little bit of warmth that everyone else might be missing in part of their lives.
That is a fair point.
Mm-hmm.
I will take
And
that
we
advice to heart.
and we can't have you being a way to warm a heart in turn. Because I believe such connection may be the medicine you missed long ago. Now then, I think I may have at least a little solution for your scratching issue when it comes to your grass talon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm all ears. I've tried everything.
What you will be wanting is that a grass talon usually has a certain kind of stone that they are able to pull and turn to find things under. Find yourself a good flat rock, not too porous. Probably about maybe the width of 2 fingers, but about the span of your forearm in other directions. And for that, put down probably some harder seeds, things that require a tougher beak to crack. Let it be just the stone at first, and then start putting other stuff on top of the stone. That'll at least keep the random scratching going out.
Very nice. A scratch pad for Harriet.
While she's at this pace that is her home, she still has some of the instincts she has to relearn from when they were young. Just like we all have to learn to relearn some old things that we have ourselves instilled after so long. But that is just a ramble from me. An observation of someone small and wild. But it'll be your choice on how you go forward, how you change, and who you provide that help to.
Thank you for your counsel and your rambles. I appreciate it.
Sometimes we all need a ramble. And it's very hard not to give my counsel given my station.
Emmett
Quite
do
right.
me. He's making the rounds.
So, have a look. Have a look and see who might be around. I'm sure they would be delighted to have your company.
I will. Go down and check out the brewery and see if anybody's around.
There's always someone at the brewery. It's essentially a pseudo tavern.
Yes.
But as soon as you do pop your head in, there is sort of the look of heads, the smiles, and the raising of tankards as a good familiar face pops up.
Cool.
Alright, I need a moment. I just need some water. Gah,
Yeah.
that was a lot. So, before I get you hit with the next portion, has anyone got any shopping they would like to do? Things to sell, things to purchase.
Things to sell for sure. Sorry, I'm like trying to juggle what's going on. My dad called me and I haven't heard from him since he was in the hospital.
The incident.
Yeah. So I told him that as soon as I finished up, I'd call him.
Mhm.
But because my mom called like straight after, so I'm like, oh god. So
Go call them back.
yeah, I was thinking about going and doing that. I could sell stuff after. If you guys want to do
there's always-
shop stuff, you guys can go ahead and
Yes.
I'll call
Yeah.
real quick.
Go ahead.
We'll get you last.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Let's.
I don't really think I have much shopping to do. Right
Maker's
now.
Market's empty.
It is. You all have upgraded all the other shops. That anything that I could have put in there, I can't put in there.
Dope.
So they all just fucking left?
No, it's more like
Big box stores driving out the little guys once again.
it's more like all sort of the minor rare stuff is now available across. So the emissaries
Instead of
arm
a limited selection, it's everything at that
Pretty-
level.
pretty much, yeah. Instead of having things of a certain rarity or higher, you've been upgrading it enough that it's available in other locations. So essentially, what was something small has extended to the entire market, and the various emissaries are at sort of the locations where they are able to sort of give out their goods as required.
I have a question.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on with the wondrous figurine rubber bear? So when you activate it, it becomes a grizzly bear wearing a tutu and a fez balancing on a ball slightly larger than its head. It remains balanced upon its rubber ball and is therefore ungainly. It cannot climb or swim, has a 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed, and is always off guard. If the bear leaves its ball, such as if it's repositioned with forced movement or knocked prone, it immediately reverts to statuette form.
Yes.
What's the
What's
point?
confusing about that?
What's the point of it? Is it just a distraction?
It's a grizzly.
It's a grizzly that can't move or get off of the ball.
The grizzly, well, it can move. It just cannot climb or swim. and will move at 25 speed instead of 35 speed.
It's a ridiculous fucking thing that you've just said to me.
Yes.
That's just ridiculous.
Ruck, I'd like to turn your attention to the spell ender in Smelt Your Hearth.
I do like the sound of that.
I was looking at, because I don't have any bracers, right? Like, I just have my armor and my cloak.
I don't think you have anything that specifically counts as bracer, no.
Yeah, I got my leather armor, I got my slippers, I got my ring, and I got my cloak and my goggles. So that leaves me with like bracers and like a belt, maybe.
Bracers, belt, things that count on the body that would not be armor. Another ring.
Gotcha. Okay.
A hat.
Spellender would be doing less damage, though, and it would only work when I crit. So I don't want to spend $600 to do less damage and maybe have a thing.
Trying to think of what's my speed? 30 feet? Yeah.
Yeah, you're at 30.
Kind of debating about getting the bracelet of dashing. Just
But
so
you're
I
already
can...
handsome.
Oh my god, thank you! I just think it would be good. What is my shit updated to my last level ups before
Could
we
be.
go into fight? Could be.
Should
Yeah,
be.
I got acrobatic expert. So that'll give me plus 18 acrobatics. And I get a plus 10-foot status bonus to speed for 1 minute. I think that might be the way to go. What other... I got other fucking skills. On Balenciaga. Where is she? Come here. Buh, buh, buh. She's 30 feet too. If I pick up Balenciaga and run with her, and she uses her tail like one of those like boats in the Everglades, would that prevent me from like being weighed down, like being burdened while I'm running? So if I have a speed of 40 and she like pontoon boats herself while we're running, do I still have a speed of 40? Just real quick.
Oh, Lord, that is a whole different mechanical situation.
It's the rule of cool, my guy.
Let me figure out the weight
I
of
don't
the
think Rocky
creature.
always abides the rule of cool.
Yeah, Rocky does not enjoy cool. That's the
No,
problem.
Rocky just doesn't let us do dumb shit because
But
we're
this is
convincing
cool
and
shit.
saying it's really cool dumb shit.
I mean, the fact she's a Zephyr rat. She can fly. She could pick me up and fly with me. Okay.
Come fly with me. Come fly,
So if she uses her tail to
fly.
like flip, like she pontoon boats herself, or what are those called in the Everglades? The Everglades boats?
Airboats.
Airboats.
And let me see. What do we got here? 6.
They're not just in the Everglades, thank you very much.
Okay, well whatever. They're used in the Everglades. That I know.
This is true, but also other very swampy areas of Florida. There's airboat rides in Orlando, thank you very much.
Orlando literally does not count. They've invented swamps there. They're not naturally occurring. They're fucking store bought.
There's definitely naturally occurring swamps in Orlando.
Absolutely not. And if there are, it's because all of Florida is a swamp.
That
It
is getting
true.
closer to true. The Panhandle isn't really, but
We
parts
don't
of the
talk about the
Panhandle.
Panhandle.
Mhm.
80% of Florida man comes from Pensacola.
It's not entirely inaccurate.
Yeah, I know. I had to have this conversation with my mom because she was like, Florida, and I'm like, no, it was my dad because my dad made a Florida man joke, and HR got called on him, and he was like, what? And they're like, well, you, basically he got in trouble because he said something quote unquote political. And he's like, it's not. It's the fact that, the craziest headlines are always Florida man robs bank with alligator or Florida man covers face in Sharpie to rob a 7-Eleven. Like, Florida man is not political. It goes beyond political boundaries. They're like, well,
Yeah, it's not political.
a
It's a force of
meme.
nature.
it's a meme. And
It's
she's
a
like,
force of
well,
nature.
yeah.
The fact that he had to defend that is fucking nuts.
She's like, well, I'm just worried that you're saying that because of like, the elections and, all of that. And it's just, he's like, no, it has nothing to do with that. And I was like, dude, even people from Florida they look at Florida man and go, oh God, fucking Florida man. Like, they're fine with it up until it's the point where it's like Florida man
So,
from Orlando and you live in Orlando and you're like,
fun fact.
Yeah.
The reason we have Florida Man actually is somewhat political. Would you like to know why?
Why?
Yes.
Florida basically has a very different law set up in terms of reporting of crimes. In that, like, they basically don't offer any protections. Like, the second you are like just convicted of a crime, fully public record, all of it. So
Beautiful.
there's more stories about the crazy shit that they're not actually prosecuting on, they're just arrested for.
Okay, I'm
than
back.
what most other states actually provide. Is everything okay?
Yeah. He was just, I'm already an emotional wreck from this this session. So like, hearing his voice, he sounds so much better. Whew.
Yay!
He was just checking in, and because I started a GoFundMe, and he was just
Yeah.
anyway. Whew. I'm a little emotional bitch today. All right, what are we doing?
I think
Shopping.
I'm gonna get the bracelet of dashing if Rocky allows me to use Balenciaga as an airboat, so I can carry her 40 feet.
What you will need to do is you are currently carrying a lot of bulk, so you might need to lighten up a tiny bit in order for that to be a bit more viable.
I have plenty of bulk if you need me to carry something.
Yeah, I don't even know what you would have to carry. Like,
Do you have
I'm
way too many
carrying
arrows,
7.
or?
No, I have nothing. Rocky's just trying to be bully about it.
Let me see if I have any room to hold stuff.
Your
really.
backpack.
I don't need. No. All of you are ridiculous. My backpack. You want to fight me about my backpack with the chalk and flint and steel? And
Do we
Hey,
have
maybe if
bag
you
of
had
holding?
less chalk all the time.
Yeah.
More about the cookware, actually.
You want me to get rid of? Okay, can I
Maybe
put
if
my
you had less
cookware in my
cookware all the
house?
time.
Yeah, pretty much it's like if you want to store some shit in your house, yes, fine.
All
cool.
right.
Wow, that's good.
I'm gonna store it in the
The craft bag, pretty
craft bag, I guess, because
Yeah.
you won't let me do anything else. Related also.
much.
Craft bag. I have a bunch of shit in there.
Yeah.
The decorative glass golem shard. I remember I wanted to do something with that.
Yeah.
We got get rid of the mithril and
Yep. The other thing. Yep.
the other thing. Yeah. The glass golem shard. I wanted that to be a necklace. I think.
Mhm.
Do we get around to doing that?
I don't think we got around to doing that specifically.
All right. Well, I'll get around to doing that. For, this coming week or so.
Yeah.
Can we have another? We're having another roleplay session, or are we doing the dungeon next week?
Dungeon is next week. there might be a roleplay session after the dungeon.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I thought we were finishing the dungeon in Georgia. I don't know why.
No,
No.
the finale is
Yeah, finale.
at the cabin.
Oh, the finale.
The Manticore trophy.
Yes.
I want that hung up in my house.
Okay.
And yeah, I think the glass golem shard and the goat horns and some of this other stuff I'm gonna use for like wedding stuff probably.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just slip them off.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I put the cookware in there, but it's still in my pocket, so I'm just gonna delete it.
Well, no, cookware is it's no longer in your inventory.
Says it is.
You might need to close your sheet and open it again.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Soap. I can put there in there. That's fine. All right. My bulk is now 5. Do I have to keep going?
Let's see. Given. Let's see. It's because.
I have a bunch of torches. I could probably get rid of those.
Given you can see in the dark, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep 1. Is that good?
Just double checking other stuff that you haven't may have done up. I think pretty much that's all fine. That's all cool. That's all fine. Cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to do some math here right quick because. Let's see.
Oh.
There's a torch in my equipment. I can move that over.
Oh, when I was on the phone before, I was like, oh, I'm playing. I didn't say Pathfinder. I was like, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons right now. So I slipped away, and he was like, that's the nerdy girl. I know. And then before he hung up the phone, he goes, yeah, just watch out for those ogres. I'm like, fortunately, we're not dealing with ogres tonight. So he chortled. He was a big nerd too back in the day. Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That is given a quarter. Yeah, that would be enough.
Okay, cool. I have other questions about my pockets.
Okay.
I have 2 healing potion lessers.
Yes.
I think it's fine to have them stacked that way instead of the other way. Makes it easier for me to use them.
Yeah.
I have a fanged rune.
Yeah, that's just to. Oh yeah, that's the old fanged rune that you had.
Yeah, so I think I used that one because I got.
No, you have a greater fanged rune on your
Oh, okay.
on your sword.
Yeah, I'll probably sell that then.
Okay.
So I want to sell the fanged rune. I want to buy the bracelet of dashing and wear
Okay,
that.
so give me a moment.
Yes.
I will delete the fanged. I will give you 30 money.
Love 30 money.
And you can just drag and drop to get those bracelets, and just be sure to invest.
Bet. Okay. Done. If I need to buy anything else, I'll let you know.
Yes.
But I think that's
Bruktaruni?
good.
I don't have really any shopping that I need to get done at this point. I'm good
Nothing to
on-
sell, nothing to...
I really don't think I have anything to sell. Just double check my shit. But I mean, I could sell the studded leather armor because I don't need it anymore.
That's very true, yeah.
For a
I
whole
will...
3 gold.
3 money.
I don't use the doubling rings anymore, right?
That is correct, because you have 2 distinct,
Yeah. So I can get rid of
Think-
those.
and that is 50 money.
But I don't really have anything to buy, so.
A couple of purchases I'd like to make.
Okay. Alright, what about selling first, so the purchase would become a little bit easier? The old healer's gloves, I assume?
Yep. And I've made 0 use of the basic crafter's book.
Well, that's just a book. It doesn't do nothing. So it costs very little, and it just means if you ever roleplay wise craft something, it's there for it. For like level 0 items. So it's doing nothing. I'll just pop it into your bag.
I don't think I really have anything else.
Anything else? Yeah, I think that's really about it. Yeah. What's your
I'd like
purchase?
to pick up from Short Supply the Coin of Comfort.
All right, pull that over. Coin of Comfort. Oh, that's nice.
And a couple, 2 bottled Sunlight Moderate.
All right, drag that over.
And I'm good.
Double checking something. Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah, the only other thing I could think of that might be of something to look at if it ever did pop into your head is if you had a look at missing ink, there is a greater staff of healing available.
That's a bit rich.
It is a
what
bit
would I
rich.
get back for selling the Staff of Healing?
You would get back 90, so not quite. Maybe let's see. The Greater Staff of Healing is 470. So by selling the regular staff, that would be 330. You would still need 140. Actually, hold on. Let's convert some coins here. Sorry, I forgot you have to deal with your platinum. So let's remove the 10 platinum. Let's add the 100 gold. So you were at 348. If you sold the staff, you would be at 438. So you just need like something else that's like 2-ish or so gold. Like
I can
10
give him
gold.
gold.
Yeah, like 10 gold or so you'd be able to.
Yeah, Rocky, take like 20 gold from me and give it to Tap.
Okay, cool. I will add.
That way you have a little bit extra in case you need something else.
Thank you, Brock.
All right,
I got
adding
you.
the 90. That's
I'm not really buying shit. So the one thing I was literally looking to save up to buy, we then found in the last dungeon. So
Hell yeah.
the rhino hide is what I wanted. So I get nothing personal, kid, even harder.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that should be enough. So.
Cool. Drag that over then.
Yep. And where did that go? Oh, there it is. Greater Staff of Healing. Yep. Extra fee healing, plus some other spells. Well, charges at least, so we get the fun look of that. So. Yeah, there we are.
Stabilize and restoration as well.
Yeah, let me look up staves right quick, just so you remember how staves work, and I remember how staves work.
Well, they're better than wands, I'll tell you that.
Let's see. Using a stave. When you prepare a stave, you gain a number of charges. You gain a number of charges. You gain a number of charges equal to your highest level spell slot. You have 5 charges that you can prepare. Pretty much you have 5 charges. And yeah. Not stop recording quite yet. There is one little extra thing after I got this. So this is just like last little bit before I do some funny stuff. But yeah, 5 charges. So
Okay.
that's your thing. And you, Painter.
Okay. Selling wand of synchronized steps because I've had that since a year ago.
Yep. Minus
60 GP. Gold nodule Aeon Stone.
That's 290.
Red dragon throat scale. Fuck that shit.
That is 55.
Soothing tonic. Eat that. I know it's cheap, but eat it.
Tonic 7.
What else? Let's see. Okay, so I have some questions about the stuff I was looking at.
Yeah.
Potency crystal.
That gives that's a temporary +1.
Okay, never mind on that. Where was this? Hold on. Guild Hall. Hold on. How much do I have now? A lot. Okay. So I'm trying to decide between boots of elven kind or clockwork heels. Wouldn't that help? I mean, I'm already pretty fucking
You're
fast.
already fast as
Heelys?
is, yeah. You're already fast as is.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, if you get Heelys,
Let's see. What was the other thing I was looking at?
Goofy zooming.
yeah.
Zoom zoom.
I want Zar's Healy's thing.
Can we give Zarzith Heelys?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what kind of runes that I could use that would be beneficial towards Zarzith as well.
Well, mostly you have your conductive rune, which you have on your hand wraps, which is what is technically giving him his stuff. So
Mhm.
when you cast a spell that has an element, you get that he gets that free d6 extra of that element
Okay.
when you cast that shit.
So I have no Aeon stones currently, right? Is that what?
Presently 0 Aeon stones, yes.
Okay. So okay. I can't have any more runes, or can I? I was looking at frost, I think.
You cannot presently have another rune on the hand wraps unless you wanted to change out the
None of them. None of them go on any other gear.
The frost is only weapons, but Zarzith would not get a benefit from.
Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't just have to benefit him. Let's see. Hold on. What else was I looking at? So frost is weapon.
Mhm.
One second. Hat of the Mage. Where was that at? Shit. I've got so many fucking shops open.
Hat
Where
of the Magi.
Yeah, Hat of the Magi. Where are the Aeon stones at again?
Aeon stones are in short supply. The magic
Okay.
shop.
I got 2 slots to fill. So I was gonna get the Briolette. Did I have that before, or am I just fucking Siphoning negative energy into yourself, you radiate a pale darkness. Disorients undead. Nope. Unless there's undead in this next dungeon. I
always hope for undead.
Mm-hmm. You would.
Phoenix down on it. I'm just telling you. Sorry, I'm still just enjoying the Final Fantasy VIII music.
And it's so good. Is there anything that you could suggest that would be helpful moving on to this last dungeon? Because there's so much. So much.
There's the pearlescent pyramid.
Where's that?
Short supply. It's the 900 gold Aeon stone.
Oh god, that's expensive.
I also want to point out.
Go ahead.
Just generally to the group, Bravery Baldric, in TaylorMade. If you critically succeed against a save, fear effect, or reduce your frightened condition to 0, the Baldric gains 1 charge. It can hold up to 2 charges. Its charges reset to 0 when you invest in it. You can only have 1 Bravery Baldric invested at a time, but 1 charge in the Baldric expires and you gain the effects of Fleet Step, which adds a plus 30-foot status bonus to your speed. So if you get frightened and then it goes back down to 0, you get a charge and then you can like pop that charge and you can fucking I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm not afraid of anything.
No, we have gotten fear effects before. So
except
imagine
tigers.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the fucking last dungeon, there was things that were casting fear and shit on us. Could happen again. Could try and frighten us. If you critically succeed,
Rocky just crosses out fear monster.
Coin of comfort. Because the coin of comfort, the reason I got that is because it reduces 1 rank of fear. So that with the bravery Baldric, that would trigger that.
Hell yeah. You want to pick that up?
I'm broke.
Shit.
Oh my god.
I'll buy it for you. Like that would be sick.
I've been helped out by Rucked already. Yeah, I'll take the help. I'm not gonna turn down the help.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. Roxifer, could you take money away from me and give the bravery Baldric to what's his nuts?
Yeah, give me a moment. I'm just double checking to see if there's any checking for any Aeon stones I may have missed.
Yeah, that's fine. You take your time.
Yay, communism.
Yeah, we're all in this together. We're
Not
all
really.
In this together.
Okay, let's see. That's all right. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do this in here. This is here. This is
Toasty.
Toasty.
I wonder.
Had a bath today.
Okay.
And we have to give her baths outside with a hose because she's too afraid of the bathtub.
Aww.
Drag and drop.
Oh, there's more Aeon stones?
No.
No.
pretty much those. Oh, where did that go? That went there. Drop. There we go.
Well, wouldn't Boots of Elvenkind kind of help because the acrobatic checks for one of the new things I got. Something.
I think that was next level. Anything else? So don't worry about. Oh, that acrobatics was more like. Boots of Elvenkind.
You sure about that? You sure about that? Because I got
Well,
those
there's-
wings.
Sure about that?
Yeah, let's see. Boots. Move more nimbly. +1 to that. Let's see. You won't get the. It's only when moving across the ground. The +1 to acrobatics check will mostly be for if you have some weird stuff going on with your wings.
And you said clockwork heels are pointless, or?
Clockwork heels, I would say. Well, it's 300 money, and it's an item bonus. Aha! Item bonus is different.
Okay.
Yeah, item bonus would be decent for you if you get your healies.
My wife.
Yeah, stiletto heelys. I don't know how those work, but
Fucking just gliding down the aisle. And here comes Red, be like, ba 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 ba.
somebody has to speed up. Oh shit! Fuck! She's going 100 miles an hour. Goddamn! And she has
Quick, we have
wings.
to run with her. Let's go. Do you take her? I do. Do you take it? I do.
Yep, let's go. Flies off with a Rocco.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll fucking A. I did. Oh shit! All right. Before I buy those wheelies, one more look at the Aeon Stones, which was short supply. I thought Chill Touch would be like an actual Chill Touch, but wait, oh, it weakens the living and disorients undead.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not entirely useless.
No.
Okay, and that's only 85 GPs.
Yeah.
You said the fucking pearlescent pyramid seemed like it would be useful.
Yes, because it gives ghost touch property to your weapons and unarmed attacks, such as your hand wraps,
What is it?
which convert to
see
which
the
converts to
unseen?
Also, see the unseen, which is just see invisibility.
Weapon can harm creatures without physical form. A ghost touch weapon is particularly effective against incorporeal creatures, which almost always have a specific. So, just against ghosts.
Ghosts are big thing there, but it's a way to get a second rune without needing to need a higher potency slot.
What rune do I have equipped right now?
You have conducting. You have the conductive rune, which gives you the fun elemental extra damage.
And that's probably the best I could use currently.
That's the best. That's probably good for you at the moment, unless you want like some more static damage for Zarzeth. Then you can pick up one of the other if you pick up the chilling, whatever the cold one is, freezing, whatever frost rune, and swap that out with the conductive, then that means Zarzeth will always have an extra bit of frost to their attacks.
But that would be cold damage, not static. He's an ice dragon, not an electric one.
Well, it is very staticky during the winter.
But we're about to be in summer.
Yeah, but he's ice.
He's gonna melt. He's gonna melt. No.
It makes him a water dragon for a little bit.
like that I'm thinking where it's like during the winter time everything is super staticky and you're like, oh my god, my hair is so freaking
Oh my
awful.
god.
Basically,
I'm
if you
gonna
touch
I'm gonna be
some of
honest
it,
with you.
that's
No, I have
your
no
fault.
idea what you're talking about.
Shut. We get it. You're from Florida.
Shut
God.
up. I guess I'll.
Oh, it's so cold. It's like 50 degrees. Shut up.
Excuse me, it got down to like 30s and 20s at times.
Oh my
Okay,
god. Oh my
that's
god.
genuinely
It's so
cold.
cold. That's
We
so
had frost
cold.
warnings.
Oh my god, that's so cold. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so cold. How did you
Ignore that
even
like a week later
live?
we had flood warnings.
How'd you even live though? Like how?
So what you thinking, Adri?
I don't even. Fuck.
I love when
If
Rocky
you-
just
if-
stopped paying attention to our
If
bullshit.
if you don't know, then you can think on it a little more as I
Yeah, just go
as
on.
I
Just.
as I do something horrible to y'all.
Oh god. Okay, yeah. I can wait till we're finished because I'm taking
Reception
too
was
long.
too nice.
Hold on, I'm buying some arrows. Don't worry about me.
But I should be able to just go ahead and buy shit right now. I'm gonna get the wheelies. My wheelies. Where were they at? My
Get
heelys.
your clockwork orange.
So
Oh god. I'm scared.
this is essentially sort of more an impromptu gathering, just to assess what has been going on.
Uh-huh.
As Emmett lines out that what has been occurring with the previous Rune Lords is that this last one has been using the ley lines in order to enhance the magic in order to remain undetected. But now that the ley lines have opened up a bit more freely now and are not being siphoned so strongly, that there is a bit of an overflow, and that allowed what presence was hidden could now be located.
Mm-hmm.
But that does happen to lead to another issue. It means that this tower in of itself, and given how close it is generally to Bear's Bay, and that it had remained undetected, and that it knew it would want to be, it would, its detection was for a reason. That must mean that there is likely something that has been watching since. And who knows what it might know.
So we have another something watching us?
Probably for the longest while, if it's been this long. But who knows what has specifically been watching and been undetected in watching. But
So was Huna.
It will have to be done carefully. It seems to be that this is a tower that was built for a reason. It leads to something. It seems to be central, like the last point of a line. It's built there for a reason, it's organized. And you'll need to take care in going to it. But it is the last one. And there is, thankfully, a large amount of strength between all of you. The quests will be given when you are ready to depart. But that will be sort of next session.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is whoever's watching will know when we make our way there.
Yeah.
Which could be no bueno?
Speaking of, as we take a pull away, something unseen by the players, but we pull away, looking into what seems to be a bit of a glass moving along from Bears Bay, across plains, moving along further, farther. Approaching the tower, a flash of feather, a flash of fur, a dark wing, a flash of scale. Something peering out, knowingly from the top of the tower, before turning and stepping through to a grand purple beyond. Still with that glass in hand, looking between figure and figure, and just shaking. A head unseen before the orb is set down, and a figure takes a seat upon a large throne-like chair as we move up through the shadows and we land ourselves on just a pair of glowing eyes, yellow, blazing, and the eyes grow to a slit. Flash of white teeth. What they have shall be mine. And that is where we end the session.
Fuck me sideways.
What?
Sounds like a
What?
griffin fucking thing? What's that? What?
Bro, it's a whole ass sphinx. Oh my god.
Yeah, I definitely need to shop for some shit. Cause
Yeah, we need more shopping. Can I get like all the arrows, please?
I'm gonna go ahead and end on that note with the recording, because fucking A.
I go to the shop and buy the Sphinx Killer axe that you have in the shop. That gives me plus 24 against Sphinxes.
A.
Guys, no, it's Discord from My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic. That's what